So totally blind play. I haven't played this alpha build 0.9, so alpha is like an internal test version. So might be rough on the edges. One man, yeah, one man. It's a bit rough to do everything by yourself, considering there's like a. I did sometime calculate that small, simple mobile game would need something like 1,000 hours to get like a polished state. So that's a simple game, but big immersive simulation with lots of systems. But yeah, let's see what happens. Margus Blatterfield. Okay, so developer is from the San Diego and Focus Disruptor. Kill enemy by teleporting into them. Partially refill focus and health. Slow time focus. Because you can teleport. So, and we have a... Apparently you can actually select different characters. Which would be like interesting. Let's open the choose. A new campaign, so this implies that you have a different ways to guide this story of the game. Alright, that's the interesting idea, but once again it's like more bloat to the project. Alright. Okay, so you need to choose the save name. Okay, confirm save. Alright. So AI branch statuses. Or should be like AI branch status. Track your choices for each AI branch here. All choices are final. Gun control, emergency robotics. Okay, character. Modular map constructions. Choices you make missions 1, 2, 3, develop your maps. Chaos, pollution, technology levels. Chaos was in a Dishonored game, the Chaos level, but it wasn't like greatly implemented. But there's a pollution technology. Interesting. So you would have like several different different versions of each of the maps. Low recoil. Okay. Heavy recoil. So M16 has very heavy recoil. AK doesn't. Okay, interesting. Legally different names. Electric handgun. High damage shock attack. X. Range. Shock damage. So this is stun damage. Is the shock damage the same than the stun damage? Track your choices for each AI branch here. Mind link, which uses AI to restrict access to smart weapons by binding users. Subconsciously intends the paired weapon's ability to fire. Okay, interesting. Nanomeds. Mechatrol. Yeah. Kill all humans is true, apparently. There's some Illuminati symbol here. Modern tech, moderate pollution, cops versus anarchist. Total anarchies here. Okay, so gun control. Choose A, install AI, buff weapon handling plus data. Abilities plus 1, but the chaos will be high. Okay. Prevent install AI, prevent AI. Okay, let's see what happens. I like the old-fashioned hard drive sounds. And this developer apparently has like a
Today's AI breakthrough involves
6
weapons,
years of
namely the kind that you're used to buying freely in your time. Maybe something you take for granted. Maybe something people around you have convinced you don't need. We're here to tell you from the future you do need it, and you're about to lose it. All the weapons in your time are about to be locked down with smart devices. Created by Badentalk, approved by Midtown, and installed only on non-police. They'll be connected to brain scanners called MindLink, which are going to be installed especially in any criminals, but in the future, any citizen over the age of 12. Now, when they talk to the public, they're going to say it's to prevent mass shootings and other tragic misuses of guns. No more self-inflicted gunshot wounds. As soon as MindLink detects that you're about to kill yourself, it will ping a nearby ambulance and maybe even a psychiatrist. But you know better, because you've seen what those kinds of people do when they come to your house now. All they want is for you to be weak so that you can't fight back when they take away the last of your rights. And gun ownership is the most important thing you have in your stand against tyranny. So you have a difficult choice today. If you go to where MindLink is being manufactured, you can install the proprietary countermeasure that's given to police in the future. This will make all of your weapon use faster, including better reload, and in some weapons will even allow homing projectiles. But the rest of the population will be condemned to that oversight. Or you can go to the past and make sure that MindLink never exists in the first place. Today's AI breakthrough involves weapons. Namely the kind that you're used to buying freely in your time. Maybe something you take for granted. Maybe something people around you have convinced you don't need.
Okay.
We're here to tell you from the future you do need it, and you're about to
lose it. This is a bit like that one
the weapons in your time
story
are about
where
to be down
which is
with
still debated. That was like a BBC micro that was controlled from the
and
future.
Installed only on non-police.
Okay.
They'll be connected to brain scanners called MindLink, which are going to be installed especially in any criminals, but in the future, any citizen over the age of 12.
He has computers here.
Now, when they talk to the public, they're going to say it's
Layer
to prevent
hub.
mass shootings and other tragic misuses of guns. No more self-inflicted gunshot wounds. As soon as MindLink detects that you're about to kill yourself, it will ping a nearby ambulance and maybe even a psychiatrist.
I can.
But you know better, because you
travel to the future or past
when they come to your house.
Q, focus ability, finisher. Okay. Finishes partially refill your focus and health. So it's pretty much like with the Doom. Checkpoint reach. Okay. So checkpoints and all-seeing eye. So how do I travel through time?
Hey yo.
Yeah, vanishing. Lemon soda. So these guys were coming to get me. Gunplay still needs a bit of work, and you can't lean around, so a bit more action and a little less.
I'ma fuck you up.
Reloading.
Okay.
Lay this dude out.
Be a bit more like Doom.
Reloading.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Bit of checkpoint. Okay, so if there's a lot of checkpoints, you could go gung-ho with these.
Scanning. Scanning.
Okay, what had... Okay, so you can...
Not today.
Apparently this is a winning tactic. So teleporting gets you to the up close and personal. Okay, that's it. I'm turning this to the full screen. Let's see what happens. Okay, I need to check from the stream that we are definitely, you can see the picture here. Okay, so works. Okay, can't get there. Okay, so he's not Deusex anymore. I think the gunplay should be like slightly better. Okay, the cars explode. Nice. This is what I want them to do. Yeah, and getting the gunplay about just right is that's a pretty big work. So it's like when you can think about it as not having like this gun stuck to your chest like in a Doom or something, but it should be like slightly virtual gun, and this works. Also, this guy is aiming way too low, because you should like see the first four sides between those two, so it should be there. Now you need to kind of, yeah, I see this a lot in games, and while in the M16 the sight was here, but you could only like use the front side, so you didn't have the rear side. In a Escape of Tarkov kind of realism, you need to like the stats. It's as these two front side and back side are a bit moving, so character tries to stabilize it, but there's like some sway depending how you move, because its gun isn't like in your chest, it's actually in your shoulder. So trying to simulate it, that could pay out, because it would be like a much more realistic gun movement than in a multitude of semi non-serious shooter games, like from the 1993 Doom, for example. Because here you can have an idle animation that this guy is actually breathing. It's doing like this. But when I'm actually... He really doesn't breathe. He's not really alive when I aim down the sights. So this is just because there's so many options in games today with the gunplay. So people have been starting to accept, even from the indie games, and by the way, this is pretty cool looking game, some degree of realism, because then you can actually get more into the game. But yeah, I like the fantasy stuff here and the tactic now that I figured it out. But there shouldn't be like just one way to do things. Also, Deus Ex was kind of sneaking around, and this is still very much action, not stealth. There should be like some reason to go over here, and well, there's more ammunition, sure, and maybe use the different kind of base inside. And well, technically it's like giving 3 options to players, or 2 options. You can try to sneak in, or parts to the throw, gun placing. There's like should be like several options. Usually 2 or 3 is pretty much. If you watch the Counter-Strike Global Offensive's Dust map, Dust 2, it usually offers like 2 choices for the players, and it's not something that introduces decision paralyzed, because it's enough. But yeah, with the immersive simulation, unless you want to do make this game just a shooter, then it's fine. But if you want to be closer to the immersive simulation, you need to give like options players to perform the simulations like they want. Okay, and this led to the same place basically. Mind link stops hate. I totally understand. Although this is an alpha build, so totally understandable. Here the gun is actually vanishing when I go through next to the fence, and this is pretty good because then the gun won't stick through the fence. While the Escape from Tarkov actually simulated the whole size of the gun, so if you push through against the guy, you need to like your character lifts it up. This just vanished, but yeah, I understand the intention here. He's probably holding it in a low ready, or basically towards his feet. I think this gun could sway when I'm actually moving, because then I need to stop, and you could shoot better from the crouch or something like that. So it would bring like more realism to this, and should be easy to implement. Also, I'm kind of, there's a Q and E here, which are totally different keys, but I would like to like lean around the corners. That's what. Okay, jumping is realistically high, so you can get like a here, but it doesn't like give you chances to parkour. I was surprised that Stalker 2 had like this parkour mentality, that you need to parkour to get stuff. He's pretty heavy. Okay, so we can get here. Nice. In a Deus Ex you need to like pick up things and make stairs, because in the Deus Ex originally you couldn't jump very high. Okay. Here's the fate of the AI branch gun control. I would have expected that this extends to another room, because then you could actually have like two entrances from the side and from the front, and give the different kind of scenario depending. Okay, left and right mouse. Prevent AI. Chaos is high. Mid-down will reflect a new reality when you return. Works for me. Let's try the high chaos. Okay, interesting. Chaotic age industrial revolution. Okay, interesting. Hello. Use the fate of meeting. Okay, interesting. Suppose you need like a... You would need like a some form of lead into the story to get the player to buy it out. Religious text on untranslated. Citizens' freedoms are subject to divine law. Mayor X, founder of the Midtown. Change the mind during this moment of doubt, creating a new branch of your reality. So this is a bit like in a Remember Me, which is old cyberpunk hack and slash game that had like this ability. Main character had this ability to change the thoughts of people, memories of people. It was pretty good, but it's sorely unappreciated. Exactly like this. Okay. Starts out well. Usually, you should avoid backtracking, but this is pretty great because now you can actually see your handiwork. They are seeing me very far. I'm a cyborg. When can you get healed, by the way? I mean, if it's... You don't get like any healing until the end of the mission, it would be like a... Stealth would be like a pretty great option in that sense. But yeah, I like the how this looks now. Like, much more rundown. What's this? Okay. And I like the idea that this is the hub that actually gets your plot together, and also like you can actually show your choices, so your selections. So it's pretty cool. Forcing player to go through the bottlenecks is very common in game design, because it's okay. Checking health now. Yeah.
Scanning.
Now we are getting health.
Scanning.
Oh, do a finisher to refill health. Oh, you died. I need more healing. Can you work, please? Oh, of course not.
Yo.
Okay, that works. So the game spawned more enemies. Okay, why not? Why not? That works. Not really evil game design, but okay, I love this. It's a totally different home. Okay, so I've chosen. This is like a feels like much better choice, but then again, I really don't. Quantum level, that's probably how much you have the power, so maybe this would be better in the end game. Okay, so we can only go to the main menu. Okay, so definitely interesting project. Not really worth of 10 euros at the moment, but I suppose it's for the support of this game, which is totally good idea. Support interesting projects. Should be. I think there should be like several more missions for you to play out, or some scenario that allows you to see the choices you make. But yeah, I would think that stealth mechanic would be like high on the list. But so far, this is like a much more like a gunplay influenced alpha state program. So I would say that getting the gunplay just right would be like pretty great thing, because now you can like run and shoot and it still makes like a lot of dirt. So and the choices you make should be impactful for your character, but only for the surroundings. Surroundings checks out. I suppose it changes the ending, how big of a chaos you have, but for you should see with the player how you are actually if you are better in the gunfight when you have these arguments. So a bit sway with the gun that would help a lot to get it more like a realistic feeling, and leaning controls would be like pretty high on my list, because especially if you are like a higher difficulty, then you like want to check, okay, there's a guys. But I see the point of trying to get like this doom state of mind, that it's better to push ahead and get to the fight to the enemy, and in this situation the close combat should be satisfying, so these guys easily explode to the red core, which is hilarious, but you see a lot of it in the game. So and overall everything should be like slightly more smoother, but I suppose it's something that gets through during the development. But for the one guy, this is great. So definitely interesting project. Just waiting to be a bit more stealthy, Deus Ex avoid contact kind of gameplay, rather than just cutting everyone down. So yeah, definitely interesting project. So this was Escape Condition alpha build. You can check it out from the Steam. If you want to support this project, please do.